The story of dark figure of crime, Hyung-min is a seasoned, methodical detective in Busan, known for his dedication to solving cases through meticulous investigation and keen intuition. His work is thorough and careful, driven by a strong sense of justice. One day, he receives an unexpected phone call from a notorious criminal named Kang Tae-oh, who is serving time in prison for the murder of his girlfriend. Tae-oh claims he wants to confess to more murders crimes that haven't been solved or even reported. At first, Hyung-min is skeptical, thinking Tae-oh is just playing games. The killer is known for being manipulative, and his reputation as a pathological liar precedes him. However, Tae-oh seems genuinely eager to talk, luring the detective with tantalizing details of his supposed murders. Tae-oh tells Hyung-min that he's responsible for 7 more unsolved murders, sparking Hyung-min's interest despite his initial reservations. Intrigued but cautious, Hyung-min meets with Tae-oh in prison, where the killer begins to recount his crimes in chilling detail. Tae-oh is calm and composed, almost enjoying the power he holds over the detective as he shares disturbing stories of how he killed his victims. But Tae-oh is careful not to give too much away. He provides just enough information to keep Hyung-min hooked, always withholding critical details. It's clear Tae-oh enjoys the control he has over the investigation. Hyung-min, realizing the importance of Tae-oh's claims, begins to investigate the confessions, but soon finds himself hitting dead ends. The bodies Tae-oh claims to have left behind cannot be found, and much of what Tae-oh says lacks verifiable evidence. Frustration builds as the detective realizes that Tae-oh is toying with him, giving him partial truths mixed with lies to keep the game going. Despite this, Hyung-min can't let go of the possibility that Tae-oh is telling the truth about some of the murders. Driven by his sense of justice and a deep need to uncover the truth, Hyung-min refuses to abandon the case. He dives deeper into Tae-oh's past, tracking down potential crime scenes and following leads that seem to lead nowhere. As the investigation progresses, Hyung-min becomes more obsessed with uncovering the real story. He digs through unsolved cases, searching for missing people that match Tae-oh's confessions. But the killer continues to control the narrative, revealing bits of information only when it suits him, making it nearly impossible for Hyung-min to determine which of Tae-oh's claims are true. At the same time, Hyung-min faces increasing pressure from his superiors and the justice system. With no concrete evidence and Tae-oh's confessions unreliable at best, the authorities begin to doubt the legitimacy of the investigation. They see Tae-oh as a manipulator who's using the confessions to get attention, and they question why Hyung-min is wasting resources on a case with no bodies or clear victims. The detective's obsession with the case starts to isolate him from his colleagues and puts his career at risk. Hyung-min's psychological battle with Tae-oh intensifies as the detective realizes that the killer is playing a long game, using the investigation as a means to assert control even from behind bars. Tae-oh relishes the power he holds, while Hyung-min struggles to maintain his focus on finding justice for the potential victims. One day, Hyung-min finally uncovers a crucial piece of evidence that leads him to the remains of one of Tae-oh's victims. This discovery is a breakthrough in the case and proves that Tae-oh was telling the truth about at least one of the murders. Encouraged but exhausted, Hyung-min doubles down on his efforts, determined to find the rest of the bodies and bring closure to the victims' families. However, Tae-oh's manipulations continue, and he drags the investigation out for as long as possible, enjoying every moment of the control he has over the detective. Hyung-min's health and mental state begin to deteriorate under the pressure, but he refuses to give up. The detective knows that the only way to truly defeat Tae-oh is to expose the full extent of his crimes. In the end, despite uncovering a few of the victims and confirming some of Tae-oh's confessions, many of the murders remain unresolved. Tae-oh's ambiguous confessions have made it impossible to uncover the full truth. As Hyung-min walks away from the prison after another meeting with Tae-oh, he realizes that the dark figure of Crime Tae-oh's hidden victims will never be fully revealed. The case remains open, and Hyung-min is left haunted by the knowledge that some crimes may never be solved.